Alright, hello YouTube. Welcome back to another edition of the RC Printer YouTube channel. Today we have a treat for you. We have 3D printed this right here, which is a remote controlled Humvee. And this design is actually by Ant.Nesh or Ant.Nesh. You can find all of his designs on Cults 3D, and you can connect with him on his Facebook page as well. I'll have a link to all of Anton's designs in the description below. There's a few different versions of this one. This is the civilian slant back version, but you can also get the version of the Humvee with a box in the back. He has mods for two-door Humvees as well, and there's a military version that you can get, which you can customize with various weapons and stuff on it, and different bush bars and different roof racks, and there's a lot of different designs available on Cult 3D, so check that out. This one that I have here, I've pretty much 3D printed as much of the vehicle as possible. It's got a 3D printed gearbox and 3D printed differentials in it. They seem to work pretty well from my initial testing. A couple of the cool features about this: it is four-wheel drive, which is awesome. It's pretty realistic looking. It's got these cool little door handles here, which actually work with little elastics, and you can pop them open there, and you can take a quick look inside, which is pretty neat. And you can see here how the door handles work with the little elastics. And close those back up again. It's also got this really cool front hood here with these little magnetic clasps here that hold it down, so you can undo that from both sides. And then you can pull this front bush bar down and lift that guy up. And you can see all the electronics on the inside. So there's the motor and the speed controllers hidden under there, as well as the receiver. And then around the back here, it's got this rear trunk that actually has some little shocks embedded. I don't know if you can see them up there. And that helps it stay up here, so it moves pretty realistic, which is awesome. And then it's also got the little magnets there to help keep it closed. And then in here is our battery box, and we just have a little 2S battery for now, just to play around. And the whole thing is running on I think it's a 27-turn brushed motor from Surpass Hobby. Alright, so that's good enough for a little tour for now. We'll get it out there and run it around the yard a bit, get it to crawl over a few things. It is four-wheel drive, and these tires are pretty squishy, so we'll see how it does. It's got kind of a long wheelbase though, so I'm not super confident it's going to crawl over too many things. It's quite heavy as well, just because of the amount of plastic I think that we've used in there. But it looks super sweet, and we'll see how she does. Okay, well obviously the first thing to note is goes pretty well. I don't hear any weird noises or crunching from that 3D printed differential or gearbox, but it is super slow, and the 27-turn motor is just maybe not quite powerful enough, although I wonder if a more powerful motor might actually harm that 3D printed gearbox. But at the moment it's definitely more of a crawler than it is a racer. So yeah, let's get it to crawl over a few things, and we'll see how she goes. problem. Yeah, there's that long wheelbase. Oh. There's those doors not staying closed. Here you got some wood from the wood piles, so give it a shot there, see how that goes. Long wheelbase again. Come on, get up. There we go. Woohoo! Pretty good. All right, let's try it again. Oh, I seem to be losing some steering here. Oh yeah, definitely messed something up there. Let's take it in and see what we've done. Actually, before that, it is pretty heavy and the tires are pretty squishy and sticky. I'm wondering just how high of an incline we can climb, so maybe we can do that quickly before we head in. I know we can climb this one, no problem. Let's try this out. No problem at all. Oop, I hit the bumper there a little bit. Yeah. Probably can't go too much steeper. All right, here we go. A little bit steeper. Oh, I think we might have maxed it out here. Oh, it is just barely climbing. If I had some steering left, I could probably even make it up. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Nice. So that, I think, is probably about the max we can get. Alright, so we got it back in on the workbench here, and we got it on its side so you can kind of see what's going on with the servo. Servo's right here. And you can see here when I turn the wheel, you can hear the servo working, but nothing's moving, which tells me this little 3D printed servo arm is likely just stripped. So we'll pull that apart and see what it looks like. So I don't know if you can see that there, but all the little threads on the inside of this servo arm have been ripped off. So it looks like this 3D printed servo arm there might not be the most reliable solution, but I'll try and print it again and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we got the servo arm fixed there. It was designed a little differently than I originally anticipated. There actually are no little gears on the inside of the servo arm. It's just kind of press fits on there, and then you tighten it down with this guy right here. So I put a little washer on the end there and tightened it down a little tighter than it was before. And with the new 3D printed servo arm on there, it should mesh nicely with the little gears on the servo itself. So we got it all hooked up, and we'll get it back outside and see how she does. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, look at that beauty. give the logs another try here. This is what caused the servo arm to break to begin with. Nice. Look at that. Well done. Definitely an issue with the doors though. The little elastics aren't holding the doors closed like they should. Alright, let's go see the chickens. Alright, so here we are back inside after our first real run with the 3D printed Humvee. I have to say my first impressions, just looking at the thing, it's super cool to look at if you are looking for a very realistic looking, beefy, 3D printed Humvee. This is definitely the best model that's available out there on the internet. On the positive side, the four-wheel drive did amazing out there. None of the wheels ever had any trouble spinning. The gearboxes and differentials that are 3D printed held up perfectly. It also seemed to have a pretty low center of gravity, which is great. You're not going to be flipping and rolling it and damaging the 3D printed body. On the flip side, some of the negatives that I noticed were that it has a very low clearance just because of the wheelbase is so long. Anton actually did come out with a lift kit for it, so you can 3D print a lift kit and throw that on there. So if you're going to be doing some serious off-roading adventures, I would recommend checking that out for sure. Another thing that I noticed about it was that it was a bit slow. I think I installed the 9-tooth pinion gear in there, and it comes with an 8, 9, or 10-tooth pinion gear, so I would definitely do the 10-tooth pinion or even try maybe a faster motor. 27 turns just didn't seem like enough speed for this model, but if you're going up for a higher motor, you also might want to take a look at the non-3D printed gearbox that you can get for it as well. And then obviously I had a little bit of trouble with the steering, but I think I fixed that just by reprinting that servo arm and tightening it down a little bit tighter. I might not have had it tight enough to begin with, so jury's still out on that, but it's a simple fix anyways if it happens to you. So thank you very much for watching today. I hope you found this useful. If you're looking for any 3D printed RC projects, kits, parts, check us out, rcprinter.com.